Hi, this is Brent with Inside Audio, and today we're going to be looking at the drum re-synthesizer that is Backbone from Steinberg. So this is a brand new VST from Cubase, which is available in all DAWs. And here's some of the main points about Backbone. Intuitively designed drums with up to 8 layers, so that's down your layers panel on the side here. Re-synthesize one-shots and loops, so that's this re-synth engine, which is very powerful and you can totally change and transform a sample. Directly export audio, so you can bring your own samples into Backbone. It doesn't have to just be presets and audio that come integrated with Backbone. And lastly, it supports VST3, AU and AAX, so it can be used in any DAW of choice, not just Cubase. So I've got a short sound sample here with 5 instances of Backbone, and it's just going to show you an example of how you could use this in a sound design process, as I believe this is an extremely powerful tool for sound design, but it takes away all of the unnecessary editing and multiple instances of different programs and different plugins, and it condenses them all into one really well constructed plugin. So it sounds pretty phenomenal. So let's have a really quick look at some of the key features in Backbone. So here we have the layers tab. Now this is essentially where all of your audio is going to go. So I've got a drone sample, I've got a boom, and I've got a reverse. So there's 3 samples here that are layered. There's an effects panel here which comes out at the bottom, and then you can have a rounding chain for FX1, FX2, and you can have them in different orders. And then this is the heart of the console here. So these are your samples, the re-synth engine, pitch, filter, and an amp. So it's very like a typical subtractive synthesizer, but it's going to give you a lot more flexibility with this re-synth module. So this instance here is actually just a preset underneath the bass pack, and as you can see, it comes with a lot of different categories and a lot of different presets, all of which are ready to go straight out of the box and sound really, really good. So I'll show you some of the editing I've done on one of these other examples here, because I've utilized the effects section on quite a few of these samples. So for example, this one here, I've added a distortion module, a chorus, and a reverb at the bottom, and I've got a noise generator on layer 2, and I've got a tonal sine wave on layer 1 here. I'm going to just play you this sample on a loop, and I'm going to change some of the re-synth module parameters as well as some of the pitch, filter, and amp envelopes. Bring the pitch back up. Bring the level down a bit. Really bit. So by changing the position here, you're changing the start time of the sample that's loaded here. So if I was to do it with the noise, it would be exactly the same. I would be adjusting the start and end time, and you can change the speed at which the sample plays back. And as you could hear there, I was changing the pitch, and I was also adjusting the cutoff. So these 3 here might be quite familiar to people, but the re-synth is a really intuitive and new design from Cubase, from Steinberg, and it just shows how flexible this plugin can be if you were wanting to layer up different samples. This could also be really useful for producers who work with a lot of layering, so not just composers and sound designers, but imagine you're trying to create a really unique one-off snare sound. You could load all of your snares into here, process them individually, and then rather than having all them in your DAW as audio and then bussing them, you've got them in one single plugin on one track, and it's all a lot more concise, and you can program everything in there. You can do all your effects in here, so it's a really smooth, straightforward workflow. So if you want to know more about this, head over to the Steinberg website and have a look at Backbone, where you can purchase a copy. And you can also learn more about some fantastic artists and engineers such as Robert Dudzik on how to design his own cinematic hits using custom audio.